Hi everyone. I apologize first of all for the delay in getting things for this week posted up here for you. So the assignments this week will be pushed back by 2 days for everything from what typically our assignment deadlines are. So for Friday, for the discussion post, you won't have to have that due until Sunday night this week, and then final post will be due on Tuesday, and the same with your other assignment. The due date will be on Tuesday. So obviously you're welcome to still work at the same pace that you have before, because I know a lot of you don't even log in to see what's up for the week until closer to the weekend when you have time, when you're possibly working during the week. So, but the due dates will be pushed back because it's my fault. Obviously you're not seeing this information until today. Okay, for this week, we're going to be covering two more of what we referred to last week as soft skills, those things that are maybe not entirely related specifically to the job skills that you would need in your career, and they will focus on personality and communication. Okay, for your weekly announcements, there aren't any things going on next week exactly, but there are some really important deadlines that are on the horizon that I just wanted to draw your attention to. The first one, it says the withdrawal from first half semester accelerated classes is October 3rd. So if you are in any accelerated classes that only run for half the semester, if you've already started those, if they began in August and they end in October, then you would need to withdraw by October 3rd if you want to do that. And if you are in a class that runs the entire length of the semester, that date won't be until November 14th. And then if you're in any late start classes that run October to December, those will show up for you in STInet starting October 13th. So don't stress if you have a late start class and you aren't able to view it as in your courses, that they won't become live until a little bit later in October, closer to when the classes began. And October 20th is the start date for those classes. And just a reminder that if you are withdrawing from a class at this point, it's not called a drop anymore, it's a withdraw, and that means that you you paid in full for the course, there's no refund for it, and also you would receive a W on your transcript. If you are thinking about withdrawing, what I first want to make sure you're aware of is that if you withdraw from a class for financial aid purposes, that's not considered successful completion, so that would hurt your completion rate, and you need to be at least at 67% completion rate from the classes that you basically were billed for. So everything that was left on your schedule after that initial 2-week drop period, you need to complete at least 67% of them successfully in order to maintain your good standing for financial aid. And also, along with that, is you're also required to have a 2.0 GPA. So that's a both. You can't have one or the other. You need to have GPA of 2.0 and a 67% completion rate. And if you were to fall below 67% completion rate, let's say if you were to withdraw from a class, then you still would receive aid next semester. You would be put on warning status. The only difference would be is if you happen to be on warning this semester, then if 2 semesters in a row you didn't successfully complete those requirements, then you would have aid withheld. But if you are a brand new student and you are not on financial aid warning right now, that would put you on warning, and that means that you would still receive aid, but you would be required to take an academic recovery course. And gosh, I don't know if there's anything else I need to say more about that. So if you are not sure how withdrawal would impact you, shoot me an email, give me a call. And also, one thing to think about would be if you really feel that you would receive an F for the course, then you would be better off to withdraw, because the F is still going to count against your completion rate, but at least you wouldn't have the double whammy of an F on your transcript. So a W and an F are the same as far as your completion rate goes, but a W would not hurt your GPA. So that would be what you would want to think about there. Okay, so for this week, you have just 2 assignments. One of them is going to be a reaction to your personality type. You're going to take sort of an inventory to help you determine your personality type. And then there is a discussion regarding communication. And for your personality type, right here I have just a little bit of background information about sort of the impact that your personality type can have, and how it can be beneficial for you to know what your personality type is. And there are 16, right down here, there's 16 different combinations of personality types according to Myers-Briggs. And up above it says that Myers-Briggs indicator was created way back in 1962, and it is still actually very much the standard when talking about personality types. There really hasn't been any research to show that things have changed in terms of how we can view our personality. So it's sort of a tried and true method for personality. And this link right here is going to take you out to a quiz that's going to help you determine what is your personality type. And the personality type is going to be a combination of letters. Basically, you're going to receive letters that's going to match up with, are you an extrovert or introvert? Are you somebody that senses, or you use intuition? Are you thinking in terms of feeling for making decisions? And judging versus perceiving. So basically the 16 come up with the different ways that these letters can be put together, because you're basically assigned a letter for each one of these areas. It's sort of an either or. And after you learn what your personality type is, then you're going to have the ability to click to learn more about your personality. So that's where you'll make sense of, okay, what do these things even mean, and what does the particular combination that you end up with mean. This is a survey that is really really fun to do. When you read your results, you should hopefully be thinking, yep, that's me. Oh my gosh, yes, that's me. When you click on this link, it's going to take you out to a page that they actually say right here that the readers will say that the test is so accurate it's a little bit creepy, and it really is. Hopefully it is for you, because then that means really it is matching up with you to a T. And I actually had my husband do this after I had completed the inventory when I was out looking for things to fill in for personality. It's pretty crazy when you understand what their personality type is and kind of see how what your relationship is together with those personality types. So it's something fun for you to share with members of your family. As you're reading through, you can maybe pinpoint a significant other or your children or friends that you have. So it's kind of one of those things that's fun for you to share with other people and ask them to take it and see what their type is listed as. Okay, so for your assignment, I'm just asking you to write a paragraph that explains your personality type and your reaction to that type. Are you somebody that, yep, every single point was you, or were there some things that you kind of disagree with? So I just want your reaction there. Next would be communication. And among soft skills, communication skills are over and over and over again listed as a job candidate's must-have. And this one is referring to a survey that is from 2010, conducted by the National Association of Colleges and Employers. So communication is vital to everything in our lives, but most definitely in your interview and sustaining a job. And because communication with your instructors is really going to be vital for your immediate success, that we can get you to your chosen career field, I have some links that are going to pertain especially for how you can successfully communicate with your instructors. And of course, any of these tips that are given in here for how to communicate with an instructor are things that you're going to be able to carry over to what would be considered positive communication in the professional world. So whether you are emailing a coworker, a boss, or emailing your instructor, there really won't be very much of a difference. And then also too, in thinking about, sometimes would you determine, is it better for me to have an in-person conversation versus an email conversation? So the links here, the first one is going to be a link to take you to tips for how to email a professor, instructor specifically. And then the bottom one is a link that is going to give you some tips for face-to-face interaction. So when you're having that in-person conversation, some really important things to keep in mind. And then I have a link right here. It's a YouTube video that is an example of a poor email message sent by an instructor to a professor, and so just to help you understand the difference of what would maybe be appropriate communication for you to send to a close friend versus how you should interact professionally when you're working with an instructor or, again, a boss or somebody in the professional world. So you'll watch the video and you can take a look at these two items here. And then what I want you to do is provide a discussion post that is just, in some way reacting to the information here. And I've listed some questions that you can think about. You don't have to answer every one of those questions, and you might come up with something that really isn't specific to these questions, but it just deals with the topic of communication. So that is what the assignment will be for the communication aspect. Again, the first post won't be due until Sunday, and then your final 2 replies will be due Tuesday. And I'm sure a lot of you will probably keep with the same due dates as in the past on Sunday night and Friday night, just because you're probably having the most time to work over the weekend. Okay, if you have any questions, shoot me an email, and I look forward to seeing what your personality types are and how you feel they match up with you. Okay, everybody. Again, sorry for the delay. I hope you have a great week.